Hey everybody, I'm Clifford Sunby, the Pop Song Professor, and I was in the Hype music video! Yay! First off, here's some proof. Poof! That little tiny blurry face in the background there is me. I was at the music video shoot. I'm just gonna start from the beginning and tell you guys how this went. Basically, I was sitting in here doing some work, and one of you guys, I think it was, like screenshotted a tweet and sent it to me, and it was at Real Bear Media, who does a lot of video work for 21 Pilots and is a big part of what they do, and he was looking for extras for a music video. You had to be between ages 18 and 35, and you had to be near Columbus. Well, I had the age thing down, but I mean, the way I rationalized it was like, I live near Columbus. I'm 7 hours near Columbus. I'm not in the area, but that, 7 hours is near enough, right? And to be honest, I went ahead and I sent in an application and they wanted a headshot and your driver's license and all this other stuff. And there was a very real part of me that was hoping that I wouldn't get picked because it was a really busy week for me and I didn't want to have to drive 7 hours there and then 7 hours back. Just sounded like a lot of work, but I was like, I'm never gonna forgive myself if I don't do this, and I could have been in the music video. I've gotta just go for it. So I sent in the application, they wanted a headshot, and I was thinking to myself, I'm kind of a good looking guy, so, I've got this in the bag. No, not really, that's not what I was thinking at all. But it was like, okay, cool, so there's gonna be some stuff that they're looking for, I don't know. And in the end, I don't know if the headshot mattered so much. I think they just mostly wanted to confirm that we were real people and that we didn't have like two heads or something, because that would just distract from the point of the music video. So I sent in my application, and I think within like 48 hours, I got an email back that said, congrats, you're in. More details coming soon, like Sunday morning or something. And this is the weekend before the music video shoot. So I know that I'm gonna have to go there Tuesday night. I'm gonna have to be there Tuesday night, but it's like 4 days away, but I don't know anything else about it. Like what am I supposed to wear? Am I gonna have to like bring all my yellow duct tape collection with me or whatever? To be honest, I only have one roll of yellow duct tape that I keep for special occasions. I had all these questions and like, I've got to drive, I got to get time off from work, all this stuff, like please send me details. So we got a couple more details on Sunday, but mostly that email just said more details coming the other day. And so it got all the way to Tuesday and I didn't know where I was supposed to show up, what I was supposed to be wearing or anything. And I was like, well, they said that the earliest possible time you could be being filmed was you had to be there by 7:30. There were gonna be like multiple groups of people, as you saw from the music video, in the different stages or areas where the band was playing. And I didn't know what group I was gonna be in or when to show up, but I was like, well, Columbus is like 7 hours away, and so I've got to at least leave by noon and start driving to get there in time in case I get the email saying, yeah, you're group one, you need to be in the first showing. But I still didn't even know what to wear. So I was driving out of my driveway to go when I got the email and it said, congratulations, you're still in, all this good stuff. Show up at 3:30 a.m. And so they told me what I was supposed to wear, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna hang out in Columbus while I wait instead of like driving through the night. So I went in, they said I needed to have just sort of average pants, I guess. It was like brown pants or jeans or something, and then like a neutral whitish brownish shirt. So I went and got those things, and I hopped in my car and started driving to Columbus. It took me a little while to get there, but I did get there, and I had a lot of time to kill, and so I had a couple of friends who I knew in town who invited me to come and hang out with them for a little while, catch some sleep as I was waiting to, go and be in the video or whatever, or do whatever I was supposed to do. So it was very kind of them. I went and hung out with them a little bit, and I got a little bit of sleep, woke up at like 2 in the morning or something, and got in my car and started driving. Oh, that was the other thing is, here, I'll go get it real quick. Okay, the shirt is currently dirty right now, and you can probably see the million dog hairs, thanks Strudel. The email had said like, brown is preferred basically, and so I stopped at Target. This was the brownest t-shirt they had. I was like, this is brown, right? And the lighting's gonna be weird, your computer screen will be weird, so you probably won't be able to see this. But I got to my friend's house and I told them, hey, I need a brown shirt and this is what I got. And they were like, that's not brown. So one of the people started looking up colors online to try to figure out exactly what color my shirt was, and the whole time I'm like, no, it's gotta be brown, right? I'll be fine. They're not gonna like kick me out if I don't have a freaking brown shirt. Well, turns out my friend suggested that it's actually more pomegranate, and Turns out he was right. So we'll talk about that in a second. But so I show up there at a little bit before 3:30, just to be a little early, and there's this long line out the door of the place we were supposed to meet. So I hop into line, and it was really cool. A couple of people there recognized me, which was awesome. You know, shout out to you guys if you're watching this video. It was really great to meet those of you who were there. But we were there for a higher purpose. So we get in line, and we basically waited outside in line for like an hour as they were like getting ready to check people in and making sure that everything was going. The music video had been kind of delayed. The shoot had been by a little bit because of some weather. And so we had to wait a little bit longer than we thought we were gonna have to. But I made friends with a group of people around there. We kind of hung out the whole time. We went inside eventually. They gave us these flannel shirts to wear. And you know, they were giving some people bucket hats, some people flannel shirts. There was like some other flannel stuff they were giving out to people. And I was wearing this shirt. And the costumers who were doing it, they gave me this flannel shirt and they're like, you need to button that up. And so I went up or no, actually one of them gave me the flannel shirt and I was like, wait a second, is this because my shirt is not brown? And she was like, yeah. So it was confirmed that Target's brownest shirt, this isn't even a real story. This is just like stupid details for anybody who cares about it. But Target's brownest shirt was red. And I'm still upset about that because I bought that shirt specially for it. It's a kind of a galaxy. And where was I? There was some dogs barking because there were people here, so I had to take a break. Oh yes, the brown shirt that definitely was brown enough, but apparently wasn't brown enough for anybody else. And it's two pomegranate. We were waiting for a while. A bus showed up to start taking people to the next location, and we'd been hearing like rumors from people the entire evening. Like, oh, my friend said that the first groups filmed at elementary school, which turned out to not be true. Some people said they filmed at a basement in a house. Some people, they filmed at the garage in a house, blah, blah, blah. We didn't really know what was going on, okay? So we were doing this whole thing. We were talking to each other, having a good time. The bus started coming, like taking groups. It like took 6 trips of the bus for us to finally get to our turn. We were the last group, and we showed up at the next location, which turned out to not be the next location, but rather a gathering point for all the extras. So we're all there, and there's like 300 of us or something like that. It was crazy. So they told us Josh and Tyler are kind of tired because they've been filming all night. The shoot was kind of, I don't know if I mentioned already, but the shoot had been kind of delayed because of weather. So try to be cool. We can't talk to them. We waited there for a little bit longer, and at this point it's like 7 or 8 in the morning maybe, but we walk around the building that we're at. We go across a field, basically into a hole in the fence. We come out into this neighborhood, into a cul-de-sac. There's the house, bunches of cameras, and we're all kind of like, wow, this is so cool, because it's about to happen. They line us up, they give us some water and stuff, and they start doing some like, I don't know if they were like test shots or something, but they're like exploding things off of the roof of the house, and like sawdust is raining down on us. And I don't think anybody had thought through like, oh man, we can't, if people are gonna be breathing sawdust. So like they told us like, everybody turn away, and again, be cool. Josh and Tyler are coming, so don't be awkward or whatever. And I forgot to mention this earlier, but this was a relief to finally see the filming setup, because keep in mind, they had taken away our phones, we had signed away our rights and whatever. I mean, not really, but we'd signed an NDA. We had all been giving like basically matching uniforms, and then we'd been grouped into groups and then sent off on a bus to goodness knows where, and we couldn't communicate with anybody. So we were either getting kidnapped, murdered, we were joining a cult, or we were gonna be in a music video. And so when we finally saw the cameras, we were like, oh, thank goodness, it's actually a music video. And at this point, you know, it's been like almost 24 hours. It's been like 19 hours since I left home, and finally here is an actual music video set. So we're standing there, they're doing some stuff, and then they eventually start to organize us, and they're like, all right, you guys need to all go stand on the lawn in front of this house. When you hear the music, go crazy. And then Josh and Tyler showed up. I think they just like walked onto the roof from behind the roof. I think they were just up there all of a sudden. And like everybody is kind of freaking out, but we're freaking out quietly because we don't want to get in trouble or sent away, but we're all hoping they'll say something, right? And I'm on like the far right of the group looking up at the house, which you can see in the music video because I was there. But they're like talking through stuff, and there's a lot of conversation going on about the blocking. I think at the beginning Tyler like stopped and said something to us, like thanked us all for being there, but you could tell that he was like really tired and probably actually really just wanted to get the shoot done. He was gracious, thanked us, it was cool. And then we started filming. So they had this this big camera on a boom arm that they were panning out, and you can kind of see all the shots in the music video, but anytime the music was going, they were actually, I think they said like when the music, like when the chorus kicks in, when it's like the most energetic part, when the drums kick in is what they said, you guys just need to go crazy. And that's basically what we did, like 6 or 7 times. And it was a little bit awkward for me because I was like, you know, when I'm not like a super expressive person, never, you know, forgetting whatever my thumbnails look like. I was like, what do I do with my face? And so I'm like standing there like bouncing and going with the music, and I felt like nobody could quite decide whether we were all sort of supposed to be doing this with the music or whether we were all supposed to be like jumping randomly. So you'll see in the music video, there's like a mixture of the two, like part of the group is all like doing this and the other part of the group is all kind of like this, and I just kind of alternated between the two, and I was like jumping up and down, but at the same time, like I was like, what if the camera like sees me? What, like, should I be like, or should I be like, I don't know how to do it. All those look stupid anyway. So you can see the face that I chose in the music video if you like pause it and, you know, look at my half a second with my face in the way background. And basically, as a lot of people have pointed out in comments, or a couple anyway, I look like a soccer mom who just remembered she left her oven on. So yeah, that happened. That's cool. I was kind of thinking, like I was on the far side of the crowd and they were doing some shots from the side. So I was like kind of hoping there was gonna be like a profile shot where they're like looking at the crowd from the side and I was gonna be at the front. That didn't happen, but it worked out really well. And there I was, and it was really cool. They did give the one girl the Ned to carry, which was awesome. And I think everybody was a little bit jealous about that. And then of course they did some CGI to it to make it look like the actual Ned. But we did that for a while. Basically they had Tyler walking from the right side of the roof to the left, doing the music, and then they'd have like the explosions and the sawdust would rain down and we'd all be like turning away, trying not to die. At the very end, they were like, that's a wrap for Josh Dun, and he, I don't know what he said. It was a little bit, he was just kind of like awkward and tired, but kind of like in a Josh way, I guess, based on interview footage or whatever. So it was cool. It was cool. But he just said thanks to us again. Tyler like headed to the back of the house for some other things he had to film. I think Debbie Ryan was actually there. And so I think Josh went and found her and then they headed out. At that point, they were like, hey, thanks guys, you did a great job. Nobody, you know, rushed to go and try to like touch Tyler's head or something. I don't know. Everybody was very cool about it, even if there were a couple times they had to tell people to shut up. But other than that, we all, you know, went and grabbed our stuff from off the ground. They led us back around. We waited for the buses and we headed out. It was a really, really cool experience, and I don't know what else to say. Basically, I'll just say thanks. Thanks to Tyler, Josh, and to the director, Andrew, for giving everybody the chance to be able to be a part of that. Thanks for picking me and, you know, the other people particularly, even though I don't live strictly near Columbus, I guess. Oh, and thanks to all the Cool Click members who I got to hang out with and meet while we were there. I had a good time with you guys. And finally, thanks to you guys for watching. Go ahead and check out this video explaining the hype music video, so you know everything that went on, and then check out this deeper meaning explanation of the hype, because these lyrics, I think, are way deeper than any of us gave them credit for at the very beginning. Like, they go deep, not even kidding. So, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you next time.